how people shop has completely changed. But I think particularly in the world of interiors and in this kind of product, it's essential that people understand what it looks like for real. But not just what it looks like, what it feels like in comfort, what the luminosity is, even the smell of the perfumes you cannot do in the digital world.
Right.
We work very closely with the local architect to kind of get local input, but also to show the general ideas behind the brand. You'll see here some seasonal aspect as well, but it's also important to have spaces where people can understand what it might feel like in their home or in their bar or their restaurant, right? This season in the brand, we're talking a lot more about portability and moving light. For instance, this lamp you can take with you to your beds, or you can take outdoors to have a midnight picnic. This will be a much more modern way of illuminating spaces in the future. I like it when there's not so much applied decoration, but I like it when the decoration comes either from the structure or from the shape of the object, where the shape is saying everything. So I often like the things to be really quite minimal at the same time. So sometimes it's a very soft amount, a small amount of design that goes into the object. I've often thought that design as a word, as a description of a job, it's new, it's only 100 years old. Before that they called it decorative arts, or they called it engineering. But when you're a designer, you should be interested in sculpture, you should be interested in industry, you should be interested in commerce, you should be interested in function, so you put all of these different things together, and each object has a different percentage of these influences to create and then on top of that there is intuition, and there's also experience, and there's a lot of different elements that you cook together like a chef to make a beautiful new dish. My suggestion, by the time she publishes, will be out of date. All of these tools are only like 2 years old that we're using already. AI is really it's allowing people to do research faster, for instance, to try out ideas faster. Later on, it will become a good tool for optimizing manufacturing production, which is something that designers should know about. So it's also a very good tool already for publicizing your work to an international audience. The danger comes from everybody else having access to those possibilities. So designers have to be conscious that everybody else will have access to those tools. So they've got to be smarter, faster, and more open to using them. I think it's much easier to create a style. The problem is there's so many more people trying to do the same thing. The difficulty is that there's so much more competition now. As people want more of these things and we invest our money in the things that we did last year and the year before, it gets almost harder to make the new
things.
So if I was David Bowie, right, he wants to move faster than the audience, or than the dealers, or even the customers, right? Because I've become more establishment and my company's grown bigger, that it becomes the resistance to my own ideas.